Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation of our last assignment on Introduction to Software Engineering course, which is the implementation of parallax real estate system and testing. So let's start with the class diagram. I want to show the class diagrams that we had in the previous assignment, which was the conceptual one without methods and attributes. And based on the feedback of instructor who provided us detailed feedback about the class diagram, and also based on the instructions in the third assignment, we changed this class diagram. For example, here we had a bank account, transaction history, property report, and government agency, but instructors say that we don't need to implement the classes of external parties such as bank account and government agency. And in the instructions of third assignment, we don't have generates report functionality for admin and viewing transaction history for users. So we removed them also. And now our class diagram looks like that. So we have here several classes. We remove the user class because we don't need it. We have buyer, seller, agent, admin, which are type of the users of our system. We had contract payment, property listing property, and we have several utility classes, which are file handler and authentication service class. For buyer, seller, admin, and agent, we have typical methods, typical attributes, which are ID, name, email, and password. For example, for buyer, we have, and for four of them, we have the menu method, which controls the menu options for each type of user. In So, for example, for buyer, we have search properties, negotiate contract, view accepted contracts, and make payment methods. So each class has its own methods that will be called and shown in the menu options of each of type of user. For example, file handler mainly writes and reads the CSV data related things. For example, writing and reading users from or to users.csv, and updating also, for example, property listings and approved properties. And its methods are the passes to the CSV files, for example, user file, listing file, and so on. So this is our complete class diagram. And based on this design, we implemented our system, which I will show now. At the beginning, I forgot to mention the contribution of our team to this project. Actually, we work with Suel Heybatova. The third person on our team doesn't contribute at all. So my contribution was about the completing the class diagram, changing it according to the feedbacks and instructions, and adding methods and attributes to that, and also writing the code of the project. Suel Heybatova assisted me with writing the codes, and she writes several methods for admin and buyer. Also, Suel Heybatova did the black box testing with me. Each of us created several test cases, and also Suel Heybatova wrote the design rationale for the project in the README file. So let's run our application. We go to application.java and run the code. So here we can say the welcome UI and three options, which are sign up, login, and exit. Let's log into the system. We have here all of the existing profiles in users.csv. We choose we choose the ID. Let's first go to the admin profile. 4 admin 1 2 3 4. Now we can see that we logged in successful to the system, and we here can see the admin menu, which have only two options: approve listings and retrieve accounts. We have here property listings.csv, and we have here one property listing which needs to be approved. So we choose the first option, and we can see that here we have listing ID 2 and description as in the here. So approve these listings, yes or no. Let's approve it. And after approving, it disappears from property listings.csv and goes to properties.csv here. Okay, then let's test the second option, which is retrieve accounts. And here we can see the old registered accounts from user.csv. It retrieves these accounts and displays for admin. So let's log out from admin, and also let's test the sign up option. For example, we enter here ID which already exists in the system 5. It will say us that this ID already exists, please choose a different ID. So let's choose 7, enter your name Emil, mail emil@gmail.com, password, and our role, let it be buyer. So here you can see that it appears here. Actually it should be, yeah, okay. So let's log in to the system as a buyer. We enter ID 7 and password. Yeah, we logged in successfully. So it's the buyer menu options, which is the search properties, negotiate contract, we accept contracts, make payment. So let's start from the first option, which is search properties. It asks us to enter sub-org name or property ID. Let's first test property ID, which is, for example, 3, and we can see all information about this property. So let's test also sub-org name. Let's take, for example, B38, and it will display us the property with this location here. It's Forson. Okay, let's test the negotiate contract option. We should enter the property ID to negotiate for example, force 1. We enter the amount that we want to negotiate. It is here 200,000, but what we want it to be 180,000. Yes. So our negotiation request is saved in contracts.csv. Here it is the contract ID, which is randomly generated, name who will generate this contract, the ID of property, amount we want to negotiate, paid amount, which is 0, and also status of the contract, which is pending. So in order to accept this negotiation request, we should go to the seller or agent profile. So let's log out and log in with seller profile. So ID is 2 and password. So here now without ID or password. Okay, let's try again with different seller. ID 3, seller 1 2 3 4. Now we logged into the seller profile, and here we have the option to view and update contracts. We choose the 5th option. No pending contracts. Actually, it deletes the contract. I don't know why. Actually, it works yesterday. Okay, let's keep this part for now. Let's check the other options of seller. First one is create property listings. Let's check that. So enter one, enter the property description, for example. Enter location. Price 200,000 and apartment type. Property listing created successfully with ID 1. We go to property listings and we can see here our property listings. And further, it will be approved by admin, which I already showed you. So now let's check edit property. We choose the second option and we enter the property ID. For example, fifth one. We change its description. We add new location, new price. But if you want, you can keep it as before. And for example, type will not change. Townhouse. So now you can see that it is changed. We also have here archive and unarchive property functions. Let's archive property. So we want to archive the property with ID 5, and as you can see, its status changed from available to archived. Let's unarchive this property 4 and ID is 5, and it changed to available. So now we have also here track payments functionality, but I believe we don't have. We have one payments record. So let's test it also. Enter the contract ID to view the payment details. Let's copy the contract ID and paste it here. Actually, it should be C. Enter. And you can see that we can track payments. Here, the details of it. Payments for contract ID, payment type which was deposit. Amount paid is 10% of the actual price of property, and payment date when it was done, and status completed. Completed means that the buyer pays the initial deposit of the property, and then in the form of installment it will finish the full payment. So let's log out from the system, and also let's quickly go to agent profile. Users ID of agent is 1 and password actually is the same with the seller's menu, but the main difference is that agent cannot create the property listings. So log out. Okay, I believe it's all, but one problem is that I couldn't show you the contract negotiation part. Actually, it goes to contracts.csv, but after viewing and updating contract method of seller and agent, it disappears from contracts.csv, and I don't know why, but I implemented it in it is in seller.java. Here, view and update contracts, and it worked yesterday, but now I don't know what's the problem. Maybe the problem is in the file handler. Maybe there is problem with update contracts, and it does it in the wrong way. So okay, actually that's all from my side. Thank you for watching this presentation of the project. See you.